Hello everyone, I am Jonna May Imabano, your first reporter for today, and I will be discussing the Chapter 11, which is the use and importance of self in OD. The concept of use of self in OD practice emphasizes how the values, capabilities, and experiences of the practitioner shape the nature and quality of one's work.
If I were to say ano important ang use of self, it is because when we are more self-aware, we are better at understanding ourselves. Then we are able to identify changes we want to make and recognize our strengths so we can build on them. For example, nakatry ko trabaho naman for 3 years. So, night time jud nga, bad mood ko ba tungod sa mga problema sa schoolworks. Kinaglisod kog manage kay lagi, trabaho ko kabuntag, tas klase trabaho pagkagabi, tas klase pagkabuntag, napay family problem, financial problem, o ga-overthink na ko ato, and here comes akong best friend sa work na nga, ay dyan na, kumusta man ka? Ang akong gibuhat is, nasnab lang ko, out of nowhere lang, dahil, anak nga part, mura kag, maka-share nung kag negativity sa mga co-worker. Self-awareness is often a first step to goal setting. Ato nga cause, wala na siya, mura siya nga sa way ako, yung sala na ko. So it is very important to include admitting when you don't have the answer and owning up to your mistake. So ato nga time na ako ay sorry sala na ko to nara ko'y problema. Demoto na okay na mi.
Self is the most important tool for the practitioners. Jamie, Son, and the colleagues likewise point out that effective use of self includes not only for our self-awareness but also our ability to interpret what is going on as clearly as possible and take action appropriate to the situation.
If I were to ask ngano nga gisulti diri nga ang self is an instrument, it is because employees feel happy when managers connect with them on a personal level. Just like for example, ato nga tayo mo na ako problema financially nga naka-connect kong negativity sa ako nga co-worker. My supervisor actually approached me in a good way. Ngano makaingon, anak ka dyan na, is there something wrong? Pwede ko nimo ma-sharean anytime, anywhere, as long as ready na ka. So, they feel like when I am at work, I feel like coming to work daily, face challenges with a smile every time, and also constantly strive hard to take my organization to the top. And actually, for the manager or for the supervisor nga ni-approach na ako, it makes her life or her employee's life feel responsible for the company. So it is very helpful for us to actually have the self-awareness and approach someone, especially when you are in the top level.
In articulating the importance of self as an instrument in OD practice, points out that among the many competencies required of us, the use of self as an instrument is at the heart of our uniqueness and effectiveness.
In addition for that, self-awareness is the ability to focus on yourself and how to action thoughts or emotions do or don't align with your internal standards. So, self-awareness is a imong ability to focus sa imong kagalingan ug sa imong action, thoughts, and emotions, not just for yourself but for everyone, because if you're highly self-aware, you can objectively evaluate yourself, manage your emotions, align your behaviors with your values, and understand correctly how others perceived you. Just like sa kon nga gihatag nga example, og I know some of you right there is naka-experience og ingon ani or naka-encounter og ingon ani nga situation. So you better have a self-awareness, okay?
Practitioners must have a high degree of self-knowledge and a relentless desire for self-development. Efforts of OD practitioners to develop oneself are guided by various competency models that have been in existence since the 70s. Talking about model, Here is the Western OD competency model. The evolution of OD practitioner competencies reflects the historical development of OD practice described in Chapter 1. To move forward, the first generation OD practitioner was on 1960s to 1970s, highlighted the importance of personal awareness and group dynamics. The second generation OD practitioner was on 1980s to early 2000, so the need of tightening the link between OD efforts and business results. The almost 3 decades evolution of OD practitioners' characteristics and competencies described above echo the generation of the Worley, Ruthwell, and Sovalia in 2005. Somehow, we also have local OD competency model. In the Philippines, there have been similar efforts to determine competency model for OD practitioners. We also have the competency that an OD professional needs to develop. This includes understanding the organizational behavior groups and teams, and as well as the psychology of work. The second one is designing interventions. The third one is facilitation and process consultation. The fourth one is evaluating changes. And the last one, which is the fifth one, is system thinking. Another study on the Filipino OD practitioner complements the findings cited by Presbyter in 2006. The study highlighted the need for local OD practitioners to continue to deepen their knowledge on organizational psychology, interventions and methodologies of OD group dynamics, process constellation, interventions, and research methods. 3 years after the 2011 study, Ateneo Corp conducted a follow-up research on OD competencies as described in Chapter 2.
Hello? Just kindly stay tuned as my co-members, Jusame and Johnny, will continue the report of Chapter 11. Thank you so much for paying attention. Have a nice day ahead. God bless.
So good morning everyone. So I am Johnny Mabilio. So today I'm going to report the continuation of the previous report in Juna Mabano. So guys, so my assigned topic is the person of practitioner. So OD practitioners relates with others in manner that exemplifies recognition of oneself as an instrument of changes. So competencies under this cluster include emotional intelligence and reflective thinking and authenticity and integrity, and also openness to continuous learning. So guys, OD practitioner has skills needed in order the organization has changes, no, and to improve efficiency and in the workplace. So there are competencies needed if you are organization development practitioner, no. So guys, so the first competency of organization is emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence is ability to manage one's and others emotions across and situations. Is important especially when faced with difficult circumstances, no. So this means that as an OD practitioner, you must have emotional intelligence. You have emotional intelligence, and where you are able to feel the feelings or the problems of the organizations or the personnel in the organizations. So you should have found plan, no, of the action and share the problem. Make sure mo problem dili lang kay ikaw lang. So share do the problems to the higher positions, no, of the manager or the middle the mid of defer decisions for the good of the employees or organizations. No. So the second one is reflective thinking. So reflective thinking is to engage reflection to gain self-awareness and deeper in understanding of people and situations. So this means that in the end, in order to be an effective OD, you must be able to think. Deeply and relate on your decisions. So your decisions must always be made with people's and best interest in mind. So rather than by making them unhappy at work, additionally you should pay attention the opinions of your staff members as they can have suggestions. So for improvements during the evaluation process. So reflecting on how to best provide employees with benefits or compensation. So the third is the authenticity and integrity. So effective OD practitioners must have clarity about their personal values, so assumptions and preferences, and the courage to admit when they get the way of work. So they need to be true one's words and ensure observance of ethical practices is one's profession. So this means that as an audit practitioner, you must have censor or with your promises to them. So such as raising their salary or providing other benefits for their achievements, or meaning unsay gi saad dapat maupod ang madawat. So sa mga employee kay mo ni siya sa mga employees kay wala man ang integridad sa mga tao kung ni promise o niya sa wa mo tuman kanang wala tumana ba. So meaning maapektuhan ang maapektuhan gyapon maapektuhan gyapon ang mga performance sa mga employees. So kung wala matuman ang mga saad, so nagay possible nga maapektuhan ang mga employees. So openness to continuous openness to continuous learning is the need to know oneself and what can or cannot. So do this addressed by reflective thinking and seeking feedback. So it's important that we engage in development activities to gain new knowledge and our skills to improve oneself. So this means that as an audit practitioner, you must accept mistakes and open for correction or improvements. As an audit practitioner, you will never stop learning or pursuing educations like master or attending seminar or training related to position as an audit practitioner. So dili gid ka mo miss ana nga patanga. So it's all about the perceived importance of OD competence, where this is divided into four. So first strategy is first strategy is system thinking. So we have this is a percentage, money mga percentage. So strategics, the first is strategic. So we have system thinking. So we have the percentage is 5.78, and strategic thinking is 5.75, and organization savvy is 5.71. And we have technical. So first is diagnosis. So we have 5.80, and designing intervention is 5.76, and managing change is 5.76, and process consultation is 5.56, and constructing with clients is 5.56, and monitoring and evaluation is 5.56, and also relational first is collaborating is 5.72, and community Communicating with employees is 5.71, and understanding human behavior is 5.60, and organization and cultural sensitivity is 5.59, and giving effective feedback is also we have 5.58, and last, people empowerment is 5.55, and the last is personal. So first is authenticity and integrity. So we have percentage of 5.80, and self mastery is 5.71, and openness to continuous learning is 5.69, and emotional intelligence is 5.63, and reflective thinking is 5.47. So maura ni siya guys, no, bali kuan lang. In the next slide is the figure 4 is perceived current capabilities of exhibit and proposed competencies. So same lang ni siya, pero gilahi lang nila o gilahi ra og mga percentage, no, lain sa percentage. So first strategy is system thinking. So nauna na pala, system thinking is 4.32, lain namin percentage, and the organization savvy is 4.26, and strategic thinking is 4.20. And the next is technical. So process facilitation is 4.55, and constructing with client is 4.45 also, and diagnosis is 4.33, and designing intervention is 4.13, and monitoring and evaluation is 4.12, and managing change is 4.11. So, and relational collaborating is 4.62, and organizational and cultural sensitivity is 4.61, and understanding human behavior is 4.51, and giving effective feedback 4.43, and people empowerment is we have percentage of 4.39, and communicating with employees is 4.26. And that's all my reports, guys. Thank you.